So if you don't know who I am Kathleen Oswald, and I'm the creator of the 7 Days to Detox Your Gut Challenge that we just did over the past 7 days. We're here tonight to discuss the 5 simple steps to finally getting your gut to great without wasting your time and money. And you might be thinking that is pretty impossible, but I ask that you put your trust in me tonight because I'm really going to show you a framework that can get you on your way there. So hang on, hang tight. I'm going to give you a lot of great information, not a lot of fluff. You know, I really want you to get something out of this webinar. So I'm really going to just break down that framework for you into simple steps, share some stories with you so you can hear others' voices and how this framework has changed their life. Let me ask you, are you sick and tired of always really just feeling sick and tired? You've seen countless doctors, specialists, maybe even visited the ER or been admitted to the hospital for your symptoms. You've tried changing your diet and you seem to find a little relief, but you're really down to just maybe a few foods that you can eat that you know just won't kill you and that, you know, don't make you feel like crud. I know you're dreaming of the day that you can finally feel amazing, you can feel symptom-free, but you're just not sure how this can happen for you, right? I'm assuming y'all are here because you're suffering with symptoms and you really just haven't found the relief that you're looking for, that you desire, that you really want. So my promise to you tonight is to give you just some simple tips that can get you feeling symptom-free. And more importantly, I'm going to show you how to do this without wasting your time, energy, and money ever again. I'm sure you're tired of the countless doctor's visits, specialist visits, and you're just not getting the answers that you need. You're getting tons of medication that, you know, just really isn't working. And, you know, just all the days that you just don't feel good. And the list goes on. You might be thinking that this is some kind of gimmick, but I promise it's not. And let's get started so I can show you that it's not. I want you to know that you're in the right place if you're struggling with symptoms caused from an unhealthy gut. If you're tired, if you've tried everything but nothing seems to help you feel amazing long term. If you've spent countless doctors on procedures, prescriptions without the results that you need or want, and if you're tired of trying different things but come up with this, or I'm sorry, if you're tired of trying different things and just coming up with the same results over and over. So in the next 45 minutes or so, I am going to share with you how to start feeling amazing without giving it a second thought by doing just this one thing. The #1 easiest way to get more plants into your diet without having to reinvent the recipes that you're currently using. 3 clever ways to rotate the foods you're eating without having to keep notes. 2 simple secrets that often get surprisingly high symptom-free results. And the completely unconventional but eerily reliable way to understanding your food triggers. Let me know in the chat box how this sounds to you. I mean, I've kind of made some big promises, and I just want to know that, I want you to know that I'm going to deliver on those tonight. So let me know in the chat box if this sounds good to you, if you are ready to get symptom-free. Now, don't go anywhere. Stick around to the end because I've got a fast action bonus that I'm going to be offering you tonight, and I'll tell you how to grab that towards the end of the webinar. But basically, you can see that it's the ultimate cheat sheet to have gut-friendly breakfast and snack options at your fingertips, and who doesn't want those, right? You don't want to spend all the time trying to figure out what's gut-friendly and how to put foods together, what to eat for breakfast, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so some house rules. What I'm going to share with you tonight is super important. So I'm just asking for your undivided attention. So if you need to go off into another room, get away from the TV, the family, you need to turn your phone on, do whatever you have to do to make sure that you're getting the information that you're here for. Most importantly, I want you to know that getting symptom-free doesn't have to include things like juicing and popping pills and starving yourself. It's all about your nutrition and really developing some healthy habits that nourish your body and provide just some really good self-care for you that you deserve. And it's true, if you put in the work, you will reap the results. It's just that simple. So let's keep moving on here. So let me ask you again, can you relate? I've been to every doctor and specialist and they still can't find anything wrong. They tell me I'm fine and just prescribe another medication. Every time I eat or drink anything, my acid reflux punishes me. I'm so embarrassed and uncomfortable about my constantly bloated stomach. Let me know in the chat box if you relate to any of these. Maybe it's 1, 2, or 3. Maybe it's all 3, or maybe it's even something that I didn't even mention. So tell me, have you ever tried to make changes to your diet and lifestyle, but you still have just absolutely no clue what's causing your symptoms? Are you afraid that this is really your new normal? You're feeling super frustrated because you just don't have the answers that you've been looking for? Well, I'm here to tell you, don't panic. There is hope. And I'm going to share with you tonight how you can figure out what's causing your symptoms and start feeling better quick. I'm sure y'all are ready for that, right? I know many of you can relate, and the reality really just comes down to 4 gut health myths that continue to hold you back from getting symptom-free. And don't worry, you're not alone in this. And why shouldn't you believe these myths? Many of you have not been able to get the answers, again, that you desire or that you need to have relief from your symptoms. But once you overcome them, you'll no longer doubt that your health issues are not permanent issues. You'll realize that you no longer have to suffer with your symptoms. You'll come to understand that symptom-free and getting your gut great isn't impossible, and in fact, it's absolutely doable for each and every one of you. And one more thing, it won't drain you of all your energy, time, and money in the process. So before we jump into this, I just want to tell you a little bit more about me and why you should listen to me tonight and when it comes to gut health and overall health. I became a dietitian in 2003, and about 3 months later, I went straight into dialysis, and I stayed there for about 3 years, and then I worked in a local hospital for about 11 years. And early on in those 11 years, I felt really comfortable in the clinical setting. I enjoyed it, and I worked really hard at getting really sick people well enough to go home and then come right back into the hospital. It was like putting a Band-Aid on the problem and not really getting to the root cause of the problem and getting, these patients to a place where they didn't have to come back to the hospital. And as time went on, I really started to realize that it didn't make me happy anymore, and that really wasn't why I became a dietitian. I became a dietitian because I wanted to mentor people in achieving really good health, because I believe everybody deserves to live their best life, and adopting and living a healthy lifestyle is what's going to get you there. So I started thinking there's got to be more, and I started looking for it, and I learned about the power of gut health, and then I started practicing it. And who better to practice on than a parent, right? So just a little bit of a little background. I was working with my mother, and she suffers from irritable bowel syndrome, diarrhea, and she has for years. And over the years, she's had bouts of diarrhea that have lasted for weeks and really just kind of kept her hostage in her home. And she was afraid to even leave the house to go anywhere, that she didn't know whether they had a bathroom or not, or what to do. So, this was hard for her. She was scared to go into town, and when she did have to go to town, she would load up on Imodium, and you can imagine what that did, right? Well, it constipated her, so she was on this roller coaster ride that was totally unpleasant. So what did she do? She went to the doctor's office just like everybody else does, right? And she got a lot of tests, she got a lot of medication, procedures, nothing really helped, and she continued to suffer, and it was miserable for her. So what did I do, or I should say, what did we do? We started looking closely at her diet. I'm sorry, I have a cat, her name's Lucy, and she's very hungry right now. Ignore her, but let's see. So we started just really looking at her diet, and I should preface that she suffered from really bad acid reflux, and so we looked at removing a lot of triggers that can exacerbate that, just to try and calm down the acid reflux, try and calm down the inflammation. And then she also suffered from a hammer toe on her left foot, which her doctor told her to drink Powerade for the cramping that she had. So the first thing I did is looked at that Powerade and the ingredients, and I was mortified because the second ingredient is high fructose corn syrup. The rest of it is a bunch of chemicals and colors and even modified cornstarch. So the Powerade went straight into the trash can. And then what I did was help her find a really good clean electrolyte powder that she could use for the cramping and not get all the additives that she was getting with the Powerade that basically are just gut disturbers for sure. We also looked at her medication and her supplements, and we didn't do anything with prescribed medications, but we did look at supplements and anything over the counter, and we try to clean those up real well, and we were able to do that with her vitamin D and vitamin B12. And we also looked at balancing fiber, and we took out dairy and gluten for the reason that these two food groups, or not groups, but these two foods are known gut disturbers and can cause a lot of different issues and symptoms in people. And so just to be on the safe side, we removed those just for a short term to see if it was helpful. And I also had her go through a short-term elimination diet. And I preface short-term because elimination diets aren't meant forever. They're just there's a purpose for them, and that is to help calm down inflammation in your body so you can start feeling a lot better really quickly. And that was the goal, to calm down that inflammation and get her feeling better, get the GI issues under control. So after all of this, take a guess how she's doing. Do you think it made a difference? Let me know in the chat box and what you think. And even though I can't see your chats right now, I will see them when I get off this screen and start sharing again. So I'd love to see what y'all are putting in there. Okay, so yes, she no longer suffers from the urgent daily diarrhea. And it really just showed me again that small changes can have such a big impact on people. So this was kind of my yes moment, you know. I was like, okay, instead of working really hard to get patients well enough to go home and then come right back to the hospital, I work now really hard to get my private practice clients symptom-free so they can live their best life. And so I am loving that part. So helping my mother feel better with just really a step-by-step strategy really sparked a fire inside of me. And I knew this is what I wanted to pursue and go full speed ahead. So I started working with others, and I found that I was able to get them symptom-free too. And with several clients, you know, seeing big results, and just by using the step-by-step strategy, I found that that is really the key. Oops, excuse me. Let's see what happened here. Okay. All right, so that's my story of how I helped my mother get symptom-free. But can you imagine the day that you have your own story to tell? How awesome would that be, right? No more guessing, no more unanswered questions, no more suffering, no more missing out. What would you do? What would that look like for you? What would your story say about you? And again, if you're willing to share it in the chat box. Let's see what you guys come up with. I'd love to know. So let's get back to those myths. I'm hoping tonight that I'm going to be able to show you how to follow some really simple steps to get symptom-free. So don't let these myths stop you in your track. We are going to be busting them tonight. So myth number one, my symptoms are permanent. It's too late to create a plan to get my gut to great. No, it's, first of all, your symptoms are not permanent, and it's never too late to refocus your energy on creating a gut healthy plan. So even if you suffered for years, you can still make some progress. So please, please don't give up. Myth number two, it costs too much money and it's too time consuming to try to figure out what is causing my symptoms. Nope, you don't need to drain all your time and your money to get symptom free, because using a step-by-step program can give you back both of those things so you can just focus on your health and feeling a whole lot better. Now that sounds awesome, right? My symptoms are all in my head. Myth number three, my symptoms are all in my head. Well, first of all, let's stop right there. I know that your symptoms are not all in your head, and maybe you've been made to feel that way at some point, but I know better and you know better. So everything I teach you is 100% doable, and it will lead to a symptom-free life if you follow it. And myth number four, it's so overwhelming to try and figure out what's causing my symptoms all on my own. Well, I know it can't be. There's so much information out on the internet, and you don't know what to believe or who to follow. And then your friends and your family are always sharing their information that they've found. And then, of course, your doctors are sharing their expertise with you as well. So what do you do, and who do you listen to, and how do you find a community so you're not having to figure this all out on your own, and so you don't feel alone? It doesn't matter if you have gastrointestinal issues, rheumatoid arthritis, skin problems, acid reflux, brain fog, chronic fatigue, or muscle aches and pains. You absolutely can become symptom-free by getting your gut great. Healing your gut by decreasing inflammation is going to be the bridge to getting your gut great, okay? That bridge is not only a way to get your gut to great, but it also is a way to start living your best life without wasting your time or money. This is an example of one of my one-on-one clients. She just, basically trusted in this systematic approach, and she found relief in her health. She followed the step-by-step process and strategy, and it led her to finally being able to be herself again. So you see that she writes, the struggle is over. I've had constipation issues and bloating since I can remember. The pain was so severe that no matter what I ate, I couldn't find relief. And instead of sticking to my doctor's prescribed meds, I began to consult with Kathleen, where we were able to find the root cause of my gastrointestinal issues by developing a customized plan specific to my body's needs. Now my bloating has reduced, constipation relieved, and my energy is back. I no longer feel embarrassed about my stomach problems, and I'm able to be myself again. How amazing is that? And wouldn't you like to have a story like that as well? So I want you to know, again, simple steps many times can equal big results. You don't have to do anything outrageous or that will eat up your savings account, or that will have you going to this doctor and that specialist over and over and over. Here is another testimonial. I want to introduce you to Emily. She has an amazing story. Basically, we started working together after much frustration on her part. She had seen many doctors. They basically wanted to put her on a lot of medication, and she had said no. She tried all sorts of diets, even eating vegan, and nothing really seemed to work for her. So she continued to suffer, unfortunately, and then we started working together, and the first thing we did was a short-term elimination diet to help calm down that inflammation, and that's really the goal, to get that inflammation calmed down so she could start feeling good really quickly. And this was super helpful for her. We also, again, looked at her medications and supplements and cleaned up what we could. We looked at supplementation to help benefit her aching knees. And with a little bit of time and some work on her part, she did amazing. So he writes, after struggling for years with my weight, bad knees, and thyroid condition, I decided to take an honest look at what I was eating. I was gaining weight and absolutely miserable, depression and lack of motivation. But working with Kathleen, we put together a plan to eat food that would allow me to regain my life, and all my tests are optimal, and my thyroid condition has practically gone away. Today, I'm 20 pounds lighter, knee and joint pain has disappeared, and I look forward to entering my 60s next year. Well, this was actually last year, so she did enter her 60s. And what she did was super amazing. She decided and accomplished hiking the Appalachian Trail. Well, part of it, not the whole thing, but that is her goal. So this is her Facebook post, and she wrote 10 states, 125 days, 1,670.5 miles, 4,347,849 steps. Epic adventure Van Halen done in 2018. So what would be your Van Halen moment for 2019? We still have time. What's your story? What do you want your life to look like? Let me know in the chat box if you think this story is absolutely amazing. And I'll tell you, she is back out on the Appalachian Trail, and she's hiking New Hampshire and I think one other state last week and this coming week. So she is doing awesome. All right. So now I'm only, the webinar is 5 simple steps to finally getting your gut to great without wasting your time or money. But tonight I'm going to just touch on 3 of the steps because I don't really want to overwhelm you, give you too much information. We only have so much time tonight. So I'm definitely going to deliver, but we're only going to touch on 3 of the simple steps. I'm going to work on giving you a really good foundation to finally getting your gut healed. So first, you need to clean house and focus. You can't get symptom-free without making some simple changes to your nutrition. It all, it really starts with nutrition. The main goal is to decrease chronic inflammation. That's kind of what I've mentioned a few times, because chronic inflammation is connected to almost every chronic disease, and it really can even put you on the spectrum for autoimmune disorder. And, having all of this junk food in your diet is what's making you feel like crud. So, first things first, you want to eliminate the junk. You want to take out the fast food, the junk food, the sodas and the energy drinks and those specialty coffees, the high fat and sugar foods and drinks, the sugar alcohols, processed foods, and alcohol and caffeine. And it doesn't mean that these foods have to, leave your diet forever, but to get your gut in a better place, and start healing your gut, these are things that have to be removed from your regular nutrition plan. So, again, just kind of cleaning up the diet. Big companies have really spent a lot of money on scientifically figuring out how to get you addicted to these foods. So coming off of them may not be super easy, but that's something that I will talk you through. Things like, they've put a lot of things in your food, like preservatives, chemicals, coloring, sugar, and fat, and it makes these products pleasing to the eye and the taste buds. Processed foods don't contain any natural ingredients. They are a bunch of unnatural ingredients that really disturb the gut in a bad way. And if you're eating these foods every once in a while, like I said, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But if this is what makes up your day-to-day nutrition plan, then this is probably why you're suffering from so many gut-related issues. This is the type of food that the undesirable bacteria in your gut feed off of, and then they multiply. And then when you have too much undesirable bacteria in your gut, that's called dysbiosis. And basically, that's just an imbalance of good or beneficial bacteria and undesirable bacteria. So again, this is what's making you feel like crud. And when you have more of something bad, it really never ends well, right? So we want to get a better balance in the gut. So let's just use the term crowding out, and let's crowd out the junk and replace these foods with more whole foods that are plant-based. The more you add those natural whole foods into your diet, the more you can crowd out the unhealthy processed foods that are only adding to your misery. And by doing this, you're actually providing your body with a lot of variety of vitamins and minerals and omega fatty acids, phytochemicals, fiber, and antioxidants. And your body really needs these things to be able to function at a higher level so you can feel amazing. Processed foods don't have any of these substances. So incorporate those real foods. Now, I want you to stop thinking about all the foods that you can't have, because I just listed a bunch of stuff that you really should be putting into your diet. I want you to focus on those foods that, or I want you to focus on those foods that I had mentioned, those processed foods, and really think about how they've been contributing to your illness and your symptoms and your unhealthy gut. Think of them in that way. And then really focus and think about all the foods that you can eat. There are really so many nutritious high fiber grains and the rainbow of vegetables and fruits and a wide variety of protein packed beans and legumes and crunchy nuts and seeds that you can include into your diet and make a wonderfully nourished meal, or wonderfully nourished meals and snacks that actually fuel and nourish your body in a really meaningful way. The best thing you can do for yourself is just to make this a really positive experience and focus on how your body's feeling, how much better you feel, your mind is clear, your energy is improving, versus coming from a lack mindset where it's like, oh, I can't eat the foods I love. But hopefully that statement will turn into, I can't eat the foods I used to love. The most important thing is to make sure that you're eating enough. You want to make sure that you're not depriving your body of nutrients and that you're giving it the fuel that it needs and it deserves. So make sure that you're eating enough food and nourishing your body properly, because undernourishing can lead to other symptoms. Using a simple graph like this can be very helpful in meal planning. And if you join the 7-day challenge, that means you have workbook number 2, and you can refer to the workbook to help you add foods to the chart. So look over the list and decide what foods you want to include into your diet, and make a list here on your little graph of the meals and the snacks that you plan to nourish your body with during the week, and make sure you're not going hungry. Write the foods out that you can have so you can focus on those, and use this guide to create, a nice meal plan along with a grocery list. This will really focus, allow you to focus on the foods that fit into your plan, that you know are working for your body, and it allows you to rotate foods so you're not eating the same things over and over. So strategy number 2 is incorporating more plants. You really want to focus on more of a plant-based diet. And this tip is so super easy. The way to get extra veggies and fruits into your diet is just to add extra when you're using a recipe. A recipe is just meant as a guide to be followed and not followed exactly to the T necessarily. It's kind of a backbone for creating your meal. So you are able to swap out ingredients if you need to. Maybe certain ingredients don't work well for you, so you can swap those out. Maybe you swap out some things that you don't necessarily like. But remember, plates are now becoming the star of your plate, not the animal protein. It doesn't mean that you can't eat animal protein, but you really want to eat that in much smaller portions and make the plant foods the star of your plate. Eating more plants equals more fiber, and the minimum requirement for fiber for women is 25 grams a day, and for men, I believe it's 30 grams a day. It's right around there. But honestly, it really should be more. Your body could use more. And the current standard American diet, which is abbreviated SAD, which is really sad, is made up of so many processed ingredients that most Americans aren't even coming close to hitting these numbers. When you eat fiber, it's fermented in the colon, and this produces substances called short-chain fatty acids. And these guys are super important because they work in amazing ways. They lower inflammation, which is what we're looking for, right? They're keeping the gut wall really healthy, and they're decreasing our risk for cancer, especially colon cancer. So you want to make variety your focus. Variety is really important, and you should be looking at eating about 30 different varieties of plants a week. And I know this sounds like a lot and it might sound overwhelming, but honestly, when you make plants the focus of your plate, it really is super easy. Variety is super important in the plants that you're eating because the good gut bugs love this. It helps them multiply in quantity, and it helps them diversify in variety. And then they go to work in keeping you healthy and in tip-top shape. Now, it's important that you don't eat the same food over and over because, for one, you're decreasing your variety by doing that, right? But you also put yourself at a little bit higher risk of developing food sensitivities and food intolerances. So you really want to work on rotating your foods. So I'm going to talk about 3 easy ways that you can do this without having to keep notes on every single thing you eat. First, by the season. So if you rotate meat by seasons, you're going to be getting in different fruits and vegetables, right? Super easy. Eat by ethnicity. So one night have Mexican, one night have Italian, one night have Thai. Every ethnicity uses different plants in their cooking, so you can get a variety that way. And then, super easy, just go to the produce section, grab something that you've never tried before, and then Google it or go to Pinterest and find a way to prepare it. You will get so many answers you won't be lost. That is a great way to try new fruits and vegetables. So remember, mixing up your fruits and vegetables also gives you an array of nutrients that help your body function at its highest level. The other thing you want to do is prebiotic and probiotic foods. They naturally support good digestive health, and that's super important. So prebiotic foods include things like asparagus, Jerusalem artichokes, onions and garlic, bananas, oats, and flaxseed. And they help promote the increase of friendly bacteria in your gut. And they also help with a variety of digestive problems, and they can help boost your immune system. So super important. And then the probiotic foods are found in fermented foods, things like kimchi, kombucha, raw sauerkraut, kefir, tempeh, miso, and pickles. And probiotics is where you're actually ingesting beneficial bacteria, and these have an amazing effect on your body, including improving digestive issues and reducing depression and promoting heart health. And then your third strategy is using a personalized short-term elimination diet. And this is just an opportunity to take your health to the next level. It helps you take out a lot of the guesswork, and it helps you narrow down your trigger foods. So this is a client that I work with, and when I work with clients, I have them take a food sensitivity score sheet or fill out the food sensitivity score sheet because I want to see where their symptoms are when we first start and when we end our sessions together. So this client was struggling with global issues, and you can see that her first symptom survey in January of 2018, the score was 171, and there were numbers all over the sheet. And this is one of the highest scores I had seen to this point. She was really suffering, and when we spoke over the phone, I could just hear it in her voice. She was super congested. She sounded miserable. She had been to doctors and she wasn't getting the answer she needed. She tried so many things on her own and still could, really get over that hump. And she just really didn't have a lot of hope left. But we ended up working together. First thing, we started a short-term elimination diet, and we reviewed her overall nutrition. We again reviewed medication supplements, and we removed any unneeded items to really just start decreasing that chronic inflammation that she had going on, calm it down so she could start feeling better really quickly and start getting her gut healthy. Oh, I'm not sure. Can I go back? Yeah. So I just want to note here that she started out at 171. She improved to a total of 45 in March, and her last score in August was 9. So what a difference, right? Look at the beginning and the ending one. Barely any numbers on the one in July. So she had some amazing results. And this is what she had to say. After following the nutrition plan for the first couple of weeks with Kathleen's guidance, I started to feel better. My muscle aches and pains went away. I started to lose weight. And after the first 3 months, I've lost 15 pounds and I have energy levels like I hadn't had in years. I feel like I have a new life. I mean, that's awesome. Wouldn't you love to have a story like that? So you see, getting your gut great is something that can happen for everyone, not just some, but for everyone. Here is another client I worked with. Her overall symptom survey score was 145 when we started working together in September. We have lots of numbers all over the sheet, just like my last client. But her symptom survey, after just following the same protocol, the same strategy, step by step that I did with the previous client, her total score went from 145 to 32. So she was feeling so much better, much happier, and she had actually lost 16 pounds in less than 3 months. So something that happens when you're reducing chronic inflammation, you start to naturally diurese and let go of the weight that you'd been holding onto and just could not get rid of. So something I see in my clients a lot. So I want you to know that now is your chance to start becoming symptom-free. Let me know in the chat box if you learned something tonight. At least maybe it was a refresher for you if you were in the 7-day detox the last 7 days. Maybe you're new and you haven't heard any of this information. I hope these 3 strategies that I shared with you were really helpful and how you can change your nutrition. Now, let me know in the chat box if you are ready to become symptom-free and you're ready to change your life. So why are you here today? I think I know why. Between listening to my one-on-one clients and reading your comments in the Facebook group, I think I have a pretty good idea. You're really tired of feeling like crud, and you're wondering if this is your new normal. You just want to be rid of your symptoms. Am I right? And I know you've probably spent countless hours and dollars on doctor's visits, specialists, maybe even the ER, lots of medications that really aren't making you feel better or doing anything for you. You've researched and researched, and you probably have gone down that rabbit hole. And lastly, from the testimonials that I've shared with you, that I can coach you to a better life. I can teach you what you need to do to start feeling symptom-free and how to get your gut to great, right? So you can see how a powerful step-by-step strategy can be in getting your gut great, right? Do you see that? Would you agree that the step-by-step strategy could be a game changer for you? And do you see how it could positively impact your future? Getting and feeling symptom-free does not happen on its own. To get the amazing results you desire, you need to follow a step-by-step system. You can make sporadic changes here and there, and it might feel slightly better, but if you want big game-changing results, you've got to follow a system. Simple steps result in big outcomes. So you've got 2 choices. You can do things the complicated and frustrated way, where you kind of just do the same thing over and over. You're kind of, driving yourself crazy. You're spending your time, your money, you're spending your energy on trying to feel symptom-free, but you just still continue to feel like crud, nothing's changing. You're just kind of throwing stuff at your symptoms and hoping something sticks. Or even worse, you just give up. Or you can do things the simple and strategic way and really start to feel results that you've been looking for. So feeling or getting symptom-free is is you're able to get symptom free if you follow a system that works. That's what I'm trying to say. You can get symptom free if you follow a system that works. And you won't be doing it alone. You'll have me right there with you step by step as you work through the process of getting symptom free. Now, I know everyone's super busy, right, these days, and trying to get symptom free and just live your day-to-day life is a bit overwhelming in itself. And I don't want to add any more stress to your life because that just leads to an unhealthy gut as well. So really, why should you stress yourself out trying to get healthy and be healthy and live your best life? That seems ridiculous. I've already done a lot of the hard stuff for you. I've figured out a strategy, and if followed, it really does produce results. And with that being said, I don't want you to suffer any longer. I know you deserve a better life, and I really want that for you. So that's why I created the Heal Your Gut Academy. Now, if it's okay, I'd love to share a little bit more with you about the Heal Your Gut Academy and this amazing opportunity. I'm really proud of it because I know it has worked for others. It's a step-by-step strategy so you can quickly feel big results in your process of getting your gut great while gaining confidence and letting go of the overwhelm. You're going to learn skills to get you symptom free, but know that these skills are not only going to help you feel symptom free, but they're going to help you stay symptom free. And that's huge in maintaining your long-term health. I know you want to live your best life, and this is how you can. So the Heal Your Gut Academy has 3 resources. It has education, support, and community. And it is a completely online program. I've got you covered with everything you need to help you get symptom free. I'm taking out the overwhelm. I'm giving you back tons of your time and, more importantly, some of your money. And I'm taking out those roadblocks that you probably have come up against in the past, when you've done it on your own. And I'm just providing some really simple educational trainings, gut-friendly recipes, private Facebook community. So you're surrounded by people that are doing the same thing as you, that have the same struggles and the same desires. I'll be giving you cheat sheets, handouts, checklists, and this isn't to be overwhelming, but it's just to help keep you on track and make things easier and simple. And the best part is that you can go at your own pace to make this fit your life. So what will you accomplish? You'll learn exactly what foods you should temporarily eliminate to start feeling symptom free, effortlessly track symptoms and reactions to foods so you can easily identify your trigger foods, master how to add foods back into your diet with little to no reactions, and save hundreds of hours and dollars with simple step-by-step process so you can finally start becoming symptom free. And I think the biggest thing when it comes to getting symptom free is really the motivation and the accountability. It is, a bit of a diet, but it's really more of a new way of living. And that's kind of what we're looking for, is creating a new lifestyle for you. So to do that, you have to develop new habits. And sometimes, having that community and that motivation and accountability surrounding you can be super helpful. It's not always easy. And sometimes, you do come up against roadblocks like holidays and special occasions, birthdays, and maybe even just the basic happy hour. And sometimes that can be tough to navigate. So I want to be that person for you. And I want our members in the group to be that place for you. So you can have a community and there's no judgment and you can just lift each other up. So we talked about the Heal Your Gut Academy. It's a strategic step-by-step program that can get you symptom free. And these are the 5 steps that you'll find to freedom, where you're going to prepare your elimination diet, design your base meal plan, initiate your base meal plan, expand your diet options, and create a healthy life. And this is what leads you to becoming symptom-free and living your best life and having that freedom from your symptoms. So stage one is all about preparing a personalized elimination diet. I'll teach you the 5-minute technique you can use to make sure you're eliminating the right foods based on your current symptoms so you can cut out the overwhelm. And I'll also let you in on a secret that's nearly automated, and it's a way to legitimately track your symptoms and how they correspond with the foods you're eating and drinking. Stage 2 is where you're going to design your base meal plan, and I'm going to teach you the amazingly simple way to build a reactive base meal plan using simple steps that get results, some straightforward strategic methods that decrease your inflammation over and over again, and how using this one manageable task can eliminate even more inflammatory foods and or chemicals from your diet without eating up your time. Stage 3 is where you initiate your base meal plan, and I'm going to give you some clever ways to reduce physical and emotional symptoms when you come up against reactive foods. And I'll teach you how to add back non-toxic clean supplements and probiotics if you need them, and it can be the #1 easiest way to support your health. Stage 4 is where you get to expand your diet options, and I'm going to let you in on the secret way you could have huge success adding foods back into your diet without reactions and symptoms And I'm also going to be giving you the ready for you resource on how to build a nourishing meal in just minutes. Stage 5 is about establishing that healthy life. So I'll share 2 uncomplicated and accurate ways to decrease risk for food sensitivities. It's stunning how few people do this, yet it results in better health. How to take the pressure and anxiety off when you're creating a weekly meal. And I'll also be sharing clever ways to improve your gut health. They are so simple, but they all work, and chances are you're probably already doing some of them. The course not only provides education, but also the community and the support, like I had mentioned, and that's huge when it comes to accountability and staying motivated. You can see that when members were surveyed, 100% of them said that they feel the Heal Your Gut Academy has worked better than anything else they've tried in the past to get symptom-free. You know what's happened in the past when you tried diets, tried making changes, you're good for a short time, but in the long run, it really takes some work, and we're here for you. That's what the Academy is for. So with the course, you not only get the course, but you get some amazing bonuses. So bonus one is tips to reduce toxins reference guide. And this is where we, not only give you the step-by-step program, but we're also giving you extra ways where you can remove toxins from your body and sort of have a natural detox. So tips to reduce toxins reference guide. Bonus number 2, I'm really excited about this one because I feel like a lot of people get stuck here. They just kind of are boggled a little bit when trying to create a healthy meal, trying to find foods and be creative when you're eating a little differently. And that's kind of probably where the block is. So I've put together a home chef meal plan that includes a grocery list and ingredients to make your long-term nutrition plan just a little bit easier. And there's really so much value here, definitely taking the overwhelm out and giving you back a lot of your time. And this is really going to help you up your nutrition game because these are almost all of them are plant-based, gut-friendly meals. And so this is just really going to help you, just up your nutrition game and get some of those healthy foods into your meal plan. Bonus number 3 is an expert interview you won't want to miss. This interview is with Stacey Cruz. She's a certified health coach and organizer, and she teaches us how to organize our kitchens for healthier living. And she really just gives a simple process that makes cleaning up the kitchen super simple. And bonus number 4, this one's an awesome one. This is a really big list of pre-approved best brands, a list full of gut-friendly, some of my favorite brands that I like to use to help you with your cleaner eating plan. And this really takes a lot of time away from you in the grocery store. There's no more guessing. You don't have to look at every single label. I give you the information that you need to know here. So in case you need to hear it again, I want you to have a really good understanding of the value that's provided to you by following a proven system that works. So you get to keep more of your money, you get to get more of your time back, receive tons of support and motivation, have more fun, and reduce unwanted and unneeded stress. You can see from this slide that you get so much value in the Academy, including all the educational videos, the trainings, the checklists, the handouts, the Facebook community, 4 amazing bonuses, and support from me and all the other members. And how amazing is that? And are you wondering about the cost? How much value is this going to cost you? Well, all of this value is yours for just $97. And it's true, just $97. It's an amazing offer. It's a one-time buy. You get to keep this for a lifetime for $97. You can refer back to it over and over as much as you need to. And, you know, just so you know, other courses out there, they're priced in the hundreds, but I wanted to make this course available and affordable to everyone that's really trying to heal their gut, work on getting symptom-free and getting their life back where their symptoms aren't controlling them anymore. So again, I just wanted to highlight you're getting the Academy, you're getting a step-by-step strategy that's going to help you get symptom-free, that's going to allow you to keep more money, have more time, receive tons of support and motivation, have more fun. Who would imagine getting healthy could be fun, right? And it will help reduce unwanted and unneeded stress. And again, all that value is, you know, it's your freedom. So what does that mean to you? How would you love to be free of your debilitating symptoms? So I've decided to offer something really special tonight. I am going to give all this value to you for $1. You can actually get into the Academy for a 7-day trial for $1. You can look around. I want you to see for yourself that this is the real deal, that the value is there, that this course is legitimate, and that it can actually change your life. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited about that because I've done so much work on this, and I would love for you to take a look around and, you know, decide if it's for you or not. So again, I am opening up the Academy for a $1 for a 7-day trial. So again, you know, how this works is you're just gonna go in there, make sure it's a fit for you. On the 7th day that you purchased it, not 7 days from now, it's on the day that 7 days from the day you purchased it, you will be automatically charged the remaining amount of the course. So I just want you to know that. If you feel that it's not a great fit for you, which I don't think that's going to happen because I think it is, but if it's not, all you need to do is email me within the 7 days and I'll be happy to cancel that for you. But hey, if you're ready to jump into this tonight and you don't need a 7-day trial, you are more than welcome to go ahead and purchase it and have full access, and again, for a lifetime. So it's super easy. You can join by clicking the link, and we're going to put the link in the chat box so you can have it available to you there as well. And, you know, this special trial ends in 4 days. So midnight on Thursday, I believe that's the 29th Pacific Standard Time, this special is going to end. So get in there, check it out. I know you're going to love it. And I know it can change your life. So I want to thank you again for sticking around to the end. The fast action bonus I had mentioned earlier is available to you. So the ultimate cheat sheet to have gut-friendly breakfast and snack options at your fingertips, 12 gut-friendly breakfasts to nourish your body and keep you full and satisfied all morning long, and 20 gut-friendly nourishing snacks so you can keep from, you know, getting into the junk. So these are great resources for you to get you on your way to incorporating really good, healthy, gut-friendly meals and snacks. So I'm super excited to give those to you. And these are available to you tonight if you purchase the course. So these will be given to you if you purchase the course, the full $97 tonight. I will send those to you. Okay, so what happens next? As I mentioned before, it's super easy. Just go to the link, click it, go to the page where you can purchase the course. And again, we're going to be doing the $1 7-day trial. You'll see when you do click on the link, you'll be taken to this checkout area to fill out your information, and you can purchase the course there. And that's it. And then you're in, you have access to it. But again, I think this is going to be a great opportunity for you. I think it can be a total game changer and get you to where you want to be with your health. I do also want to mention that if you do purchase the course and you are unsatisfied, I do stand by my word, and there is a 30-day money-back guarantee. So within 30 days, if you're not happy with the course, I will refund your money. And you know, I don't think that's going to happen, because I think it's an amazing course and can be a game changer for you. But I do stand by my word, and if you need a refund, I will provide that for you. So again, you know, there's really no risk to you at all, because I mean, for $1, you can get in there for 7 days and check it out. And if you purchase it and if you're not happy, you can get a refund within 30 days. So start right away, get inside to the members area. You know, once you invest, you have instant access. You can, it's online training. You can get in there as soon as you want to and start working through the process. So this basically is the end of the presentation. Again, you know, grab the fast action bonus. It ends after the Q&A session. I'm going to answer all of the questions that you have. Get into the Heal Your Gut Academy. I know you're going to be happy with what you find, and it can really change your life. So with that, let me see if I can start sharing my screen again and see what your comments are and if you have any questions. Okay. I don't know. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Is it okay? Okay. All right. All right. So, yep, some people were saying that they recognized or they related some of the symptoms that I had, or some of the issues that I had put up on the screen. All right, I'm just going through the comments here. All right. Sounds like, yeah, some people are wanting to try some of the things that I mentioned. They're really ready to start feeling better. They're ready to start feeling symptom-free. That is awesome. Anybody have any questions specifically about the Heal Your Gut Academy and how it can help you? You know, again, I know some people have asked about going through it, and it is at your own pace. So you can start it and work through it as your life allows you to. And again, you know, in the Facebook group, I'm there to answer questions that you might have, and So, you know, you're never alone, and you always have somebody there to get guidance and help from. And the whole idea too is to do monthly Q&As, live Q&As in the Facebook group, so we can have a discussion once a month over doing a live. So you're always supported. Anybody have any kind of hesitations or, you know, feeling just having questions about what the process is? Anybody interested in getting into the academy and looking around? Do you feel like that is helpful? Let's see. And hopefully from the testimonials I shared with you, you can see how helpful a systematic process can be. You know, just having a system is key to getting the results that you're looking for. When you're just kind of throwing things at your, you know, your symptoms here and there and not really following through on things, that's kind of where I think a lot of people get stuck. I feel like a lot of people try to take foods out and then put foods back in, and they get really stuck with adding foods back in because they can't tell what the trigger food is. And that is something that I really talked you through in the academy. I've got, you know, definitely a process that can help you with that and move you through, you know, challenging foods back in so you can get a lot of foods back in. The whole idea is to have a lot of variety in your diet. We talked about that earlier. And so we don't want to take things out for too long. We definitely want to try to get things back in. And I really help you with that process so you have a lot of success. Any other questions? If not, I will go ahead. I will go ahead and say good night then. If you have any questions at all, you're more than welcome to email me at gethealthy@KathleenOswalt.com. I'll put that in the you can email me there, and yeah, just definitely, you know, send me your questions. I'd be more than happy to answer them. And if you're in the Facebook group, you can post them there as well, and I'd be happy to answer them. But thank you so much again for your time this evening. I really appreciate it. And I'll go ahead and say good night. I think it's starting to get late, and let you enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. All right, y'all, you take care. Bye-bye.